Welcome back, everybody. How are we all doing on this fine Monday evening? I feel like it is. It's 8 o'clock on the 8th of September. I'm Drift Johnson. This is Scuffed Epoch. You're watching Latent Space Live. Hopefully my microphone is working and you can hear me and see everything on the screen, or at least I'm in the background somewhere. So then, how are you all doing tonight? What we're going to be doing is a little bit of music time. I'm just finishing off a couple of loose ends. Some cool stuff later on, as always. And sort of just continuing what we've been doing for the last couple of days. So here it is. Welcome back, everybody, like I say. So let's have a look at the comments. Apollonia, oh, let the sun beat down upon my face, with stars to fill in my dreams. I'm a traveller of both time and space, to where I have been. Nice lyrics. Battlecruiser operational from Fernicar, liked and subscribed. Dragon Diffusion, Gordon is playing with RunPod. Good times. Afix, Subfellow Printers. Indeed. Full Dive Media, how are you doing today? I'm doing great. And how do I sound? I sound great. Thank you. I sound fine. Thank you very much, Afix. So, we're going to check out the next couple of hours. A little bit of music stuff. So obviously we have done the music prompt generator, the music prompt enhancer assistant agent. We've done the lyrics generator. We've done the album planner. We've done the formatting agent for changing it so it's got audio specific lyrics tags. We've done all that stuff. And we made 3 albums as a concept. And then I made another album that went so well that now I've got to figure out which is the B-side, because I've ended up with 2 albums basically. And I think what it is there's a different feel, so it turns into an arrangement challenge. So technically I've got 2 good candidates for every track, but you can't do an 18-track album. So I've got the same exact lyrics, so I'm thinking, you make it a 2-part album, like a gimmick, you know? So you have the A side, which has one flavor, and then you have the B side, which has a different flavor. Same song, different tracks. And I think that would be kind of cool as a concept. So that's what we're going to do with the Rap Inferno. But yeah, basically that's the plan. I mean, it all depends on whether, we'll see how it sounds, but I'm still downloading tracks. So there's another thing as well. If you all remember Pop Lock, which I used for the WAN video, main channel video a long time ago, and then subsequently I got a couple of albums out of Style Transfer when we were practicing that. So I made a super extended length version, 5 minutes and 48 seconds worth of pop locking. And I thought it might be interesting to produce this one with the stems. So we have downloaded all the... So that means there's 4. So this would be the vocals. Can't hear it. Still can't hear it. There's probably no vocals, is there? Oh wait, there's some. It's great. And then the drums. See, it's possible to clean that sound up, see? And make that as well different. Does that mean virtually all of the song is just in other? Might have to just do it ourselves, the stems. Hang on. There's a lot on that stem. I'm going to take the WAV version as well. Anyway, so we're going to be messing around with that stuff. I apologize if the audio isn't great. I might just turn off the music that we have on the show. Normally, the stuff that's in the background. What's that? You can fit 22 songs on an album if you mix them. Well, I mean, what is an album these days? Because it used to be the length of a... Well, it was the length of a CD for the longest time. But it's kind of like, what does that even, because it's all digital now. But I understand what you're saying. How long is a song? Certainly the mashup genre, I think they do like 50, it's like it changes song every 30 seconds and it's all mixed. So you never really get a complete sample of just, It's quite cool. Anyway, pop lock. So I should have 2 files there. So let's just add this here. So pop lock EP. I've also got a bunch of alts, but I'm not going to get them right now. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I might use them for theme tunes. Okay, so I'll chuck that one in there. Chuck that one in there. So I've just got a thing over on the other side. I just finished with collecting the Rap Inferno tracks, so they're all sitting here. Obviously we haven't done anything with them yet. I need to figure out which album goes in which. I'm just going to have to vibe it, I think. What else is left? Okay, see, we got a bunch of alts. What's that, like 6 tracks? It's not really enough to make an album. Yeah, that's right. The other album is over here and it's finished. Hey, the Found album. This is the one I've been trying to get out. It's been sitting there because we were doing all this lyrics stuff, so it kind of got stuck in the queue. And I called it I called it the Lost album, but it's found now. So I don't remember which way round is it opening these. Okay, it's in order. Because they are actually in order. Okay. I love how it's like basically the same name. Right. Very confusing. So we'll call this one Found. Right. Oh, one. Oh, two. But yeah, I've been busy. This is actually kind of relaxing. Oh my god. I've been busy boy all day. But we'll have some cool stuff to look at in a little bit. The thing I was working on at the end of the stream last night is basically done, but as with all development projects, it's like, what's done? What is done? Who knows? It's never done. It's never finished. But it's at a point where I'm like, just like, it's funny, because the more you add to it, the more needs testing, and eventually it's like, you don't really want to look at it for 20 minutes. But we'll go and have a look at it in a minute. Certainly a lot of stuff has been done since I started building it last night. It's pretty much finished. The only thing is there's a few sort of issues which are like logistical issues, kind of like business plan issues, because you think about it, you're like, well, is that really what I really want to do, what I want to do? And even if it was, I can't, you know, I'll explain later. It will all make sense. It sounds a bit like a load of gobbledygook right now, but yeah, it'll make sense when we get there. Did I already download that? I feel like I already downloaded it. No, it's a different size. It just happened to have the exact same name and... yeah, it had the same name and pattern. So, same automatic generated name, and then 1-1 was the 1-1. So... but it's got a different size, so I know it is actually different. It's very confusing. You can like think that you've done it, think you've downloaded it. Very confusing. You know, what, you know, it's better than not, yeah, it's funny. Urban Shadows is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the tracks are called Urban Shadows. It's not me doing that, okay? It's just... there were so many tracks made, I guess, that they all happen to be... it's pure coincidence. Coinkydink. Let's get on with it. Get on with it, they said. So yeah, this would be nice though to get this one finished. 08. About 10 tracks on this album. I feel like I've somehow doubled up somewhere. Well, it could have been 10 tracks. I typically go for that. It's not really like a target. I generally just keep going until I'm like, I've had enough of this. Hang on. And I was wondering the other day, right? People say, oh, you just generate until something good comes out. And I was like, yeah, but that's what people do with the guitar. They play and play and play and play and play until something good comes out. There was probably years of them making noises that didn't sound good before it did. So I don't see the difference. I know it is different. I'm not saying it's not different, but there is a parallel there that you can't really ignore. Yeah, they're all a different size. That's sort of looking good. 10 tracks. Right, shall we have a bit of fun with the names? Should we have some fun with the naming? I always love doing this. It's always the best. It's the best. See, I just commit to the bit now. What's this? Don't worry about all this nonsense. It's all technical. New. We did this yesterday. Cuda. I prefer my pan-fried formula, but it's a little bit unstable. Right, so what shall we do? That's why I called it pan-fried. Okay, so what should we do? So, okay, let's just give him a simple task, right? Oh, is my thing working? No. Right, I need to open it. I'm not sitting here and messing about. Where is it? Oh yeah, that's something we might actually crack on with tonight, because I have updated the source code and I want to do the next version. So, you know, it might seem a little bit schizo, but I'm just trying to get my projects done now. That's what it is. Because it's almost like we do all this theory, we never really actually do the projects. So I thought, mad project focus, for better or worse. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I hope you appreciate it. You know, a lot of people don't share anything, really, nothing. Look, I'm going into Comfy UI by like force of habit, pure habit, just idly. I need to go into tools and find the latest Careless Portable. There it is. Oh yeah, did it ever download the big one? I don't think it did. I think it only downloaded Base and Tiny. Base is bigger, but I don't see it having downloaded the next one. So that's something we wondered about yesterday. So it does trigger the Base downloading, but oh wait, it's doing it now. You have to restart the app. So now we've got Whisper Small, which is 500 megabyte, which is still freaking tiny. Hang on a minute. Let's have a look here. Yeah, we're on Whisper Small. I don't know why this doesn't update. This doesn't seem to update, unless it has and just the stats don't change. I'm not sure. But yeah, okay. So we've got OpenRouter running. It should be good. Let's test it. Shift F2. Or is it just F1 on its own? I forget. Hello, hello. Are you there? Of course it's not. You have to press Shift. Hello, hello. Are you there? Ah ha ha ha. Alright. I am trying to create a narrative theme for my new funk album, which is a collection of tracks which I lost while I was working on a lyrics project which took 4 albums to finish, and then I found all of these tracks and put them together into a new album called Found. So yeah, it's gonna be like, I don't know, maybe we can use some Russian folk themes, but it's got to be one word track names. I bet there's so many mistakes in that dictation. Is it like really slow? Oh, there it is. I was just impatient. Trying to create narrative theme for my new funk album. Right, well, it's actually funk. Collection of tracks which I lost while I was working on a lyrics project. Took 4 albums to finish, and then I found all of these tracks. Found. So it's it's gonna be like, you gotta love the voice prompts. So yeah, it's gonna be like, I don't know, maybe sucks to be human. It's funny. Because I basically, it's one step above random track names. You know, it's one step above random track names. I give it a bit of a theme, and we'll just go ahead and rename them. There they are. The Buried Archive. Cool. Buried, Frost, Dig, Ember, Thaw, Whisper. Oh, topical. Unearth, Ghost, Ritual, Vessel, Relic. It's given me more than I need, so I could like skip a few if I don't like them, but yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, go with that. I mean, what are they? What are they? Do you know what I mean? Like, I was wondering about this the other day. I was like, what is in a track name? Because the thing is, there's no lyrics. These are all instrumentals. And sort of like, so I could have called it Brick, Cube, Triangle. And I might be, maybe I'm saying something. Maybe I'm not saying anything. I don't know. But I thought to myself, it is what it is. It's a bit like when you give a dog a name. Like that dog becomes the name. So if you make a song and that's the name of the song and it's just language, it's like, that's what it means. And I suppose, you know, when I'm like, oh, do I like that one? Nah, I'm going to make it these micro choices, just that there. You know, it's like people go, oh, that's nothing. Well, it is something though. It's definitely something, because there were probably thousands of micro decisions that got us to where we're at right now. And then it's like, how do those decisions get made? I think it's like the result of you and your experiences, your personality. That's why when I tell an agent he's a Pokemon fan, he'll make different decisions in a HTML tasking team of agents, because suddenly he's like got personality. Ritual, Vessel, Relic, Awaken. I reckon we're going to do Vessel and Awake and Relic, and we'll leave Awaken for the next album. Oh, look at me with the inconsistent capitalization. Bad programming. Okay, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Good habits are good habits, though. So, narrative arc moves from burial through discovery to resurrection. That's nice, actually, because we did the Failure album last week, so it's like a whole narrative arc, actually. You know, because you could say, like, where did the decisions come from? Maybe they're, maybe it's environmental. Maybe it's figurative. Anyway, let's not get too deep. Put that away. So, I have my tracks. Let's do the funk first. Whoa! Easy now. Is it opening? Hello? Oh, I had to double click, of course. So, we've done this a bunch of times, guys. It's going to be more or less autopilot. All of the settings are already dialed in, except for a couple of auto jobs. I'm going to turn it down though, it's going to be very loud. Here. It's going to glitch out a lot as well while we're doing the AI bits. I'm going to turn off the main channel. 3, 2, 1, or radio channel audio. Just because it's confusing. I'm keeping an eye on the chat if you guys want to throw any questions up. That's better. Better. And go. 9 more of those and she's in the bag. So then, the blind test. That's something else I've been working on. But I wanted to do it proper. So instead of like flummoxing about, I thought I got to do it like fairly. And it's like, how do you do it? Because how do you compare 10 different image models or 20 or whatever the number is? How do you do it? Because you can't prompt them all the same. Some of them take different resolutions. So like you could do it at 1:1. They all do 1:1. Do you know what I mean? So you could do like a square. And then I could have like a bunch of prompts that are specifically designed to like test a super wide scope of a capability. I already have one which I've been messing around with, but it's the first one. It's like a picture of a woman taking a picture of a bird on a branch. It's a good picture to test because different LLM AIs will mess that up. And the best ones, you can really see it. But so like I said, it's funny. I built the whole system and then I was like, I need images to compare. And I didn't want to just get random images because, you know, you compare 2 random images. The reason the user said he liked one over the other is probably because one of them had a woman in it and the other one didn't, or whatever, right? So they've kind of got to be the same prompt. So they've got to be the same prompt for each image from each model. So it's tricky, isn't it? Yeah. But I did think about like using real photos to derive the prompts, and then that way there's a pair. So every now and then you can throw a real picture in there, and that kind of throws everything out, doesn't it? Because it's sort of like you're not just comparing models. There's actually a subjective comparison to reality there. So yeah, we're working on this like leaderboard for image generation models, and the idea is that you'll be able to review, you'll be able to rate, essentially. That's the idea anyway. But I needed to actually make the images. And so once I'm done with this task, that's what I'll be looking at. That's the thing. I'll give you a little sneak peek. Yeah, where is it? Let's get some music playing here. We've got to get a move on, right? Get a move on. Intro. There we go. It's going to glitch out as well. Where is it? Is it here? Yeah, here it is. So I've been working on this, and it works. You can buy credits. You can generate images. I've got all the image models on there, and a couple of like extra bits and pieces that I put in. Some of it's experimental. Hey. Come on. You're too loud. Hang on. Crap. I didn't put the file name in. Okay. Right. So yeah, like I was saying. Oh. Yeah, so like I was saying, we've got all these different things on here. The issue is, right, even if I do it prepaid, so you let people come on and I've got to limit the number of people that can come on. Because think about it, right? Say 100 people come on and buy £10 worth of credit, right? I've got to actually go and buy the £100 of credit, so like, obviously they've paid me, right? They've paid me, but I don't know that Stripe just think about it, right? You'd think, oh yeah, well, the users pay you and then you pay the thing. And it's like, yeah, but Stripe might take time. So there's a gap, and user want to do thing now. So users doing thing now, that means you pay before they pay you. Okay. And then, so you've actually, so every membership that gets bought, you actually have to buy like a reserve. Because otherwise, there's no credit for them to use it. Okay. Because you haven't got the money from them yet. Yeah, the cash flow. Yeah, it's the cash flow. Yeah, and so what it means is you have to float the user base. So can you imagine Midjourney? Can you imagine? Because the thing is, at any time, someone might cancel. So that means that the allocation that you bought for that user is now not being paid, right? Because they can cancel and get their money back. Well, I don't know about that. I haven't even looked into the. Maybe you can't, but. You need to use factoring? Yeah, maybe we can have a talk about it. But I just think it's really interesting because you can do the technology and all the rest of it, but then it turns out, but if you get 1 million customers tomorrow that all spend £10, which could happen, if that happened to you, oh look, and the app's crashed. Nice. If that happened to you, then you need 10 times, you need 10 million to pay the API. And obviously they're going to, you could say, the money's coming, but they're going to cut you off before the money's come. So obviously you have business terms, you can have a 30-day contract, not found. What the hell? Hang on a minute, it's being really quite strange. Okay. So obviously this is on a temporary domain. It's in maintenance mode if you did happen to find it. It needs Google login and all that, so there's nothing really here. But once it's enabled, You have you have your Google account, you pay on Stripe, you get credits pay for thing. The thing is the amount of hardening that had to happen because there were so many exploits. Oh my God. So I wouldn't be surprised if this sort of thing is like exploitable as hell. So yeah, this is why it's not like actually public or anything. But like I said, it does actually work, except for the gallery, which is currently broken. That's what I'm working on at the moment. But the gallery is like stopped working. Hang on, we need to scroll down to now. Yeah, gallery not displaying all videos. Basically, we just got video working, and video isn't image, so the gallery took a crap, and now all of the stuff is gone. I'm like, nice. So, but all of these have worked. But like I said, the problem is you get to the point where every time you add a new feature, you then have to test all of the old features to make sure that they actually haven't been affected. Because a lot of the time what happens is, and a good example was the video. So when we added the Sea Dance lighting, everything before that had been images, right? And so the image pipeline parameters, a lot of them were actually being shared. He was sneaky and he didn't write separate code for each one. And so then what was happening was, say, Ideogram Refine uses a seed image and an input image, right? Whereas Flux Fill Pro uses a reference image and an input image. And no, that one uses a reference. This one uses input mask. So it's like all these different terminology. But what it was doing was it was sharing some of them. And so by the time I got down to Flux Fill Pro, CFG was at 50. I'm like, why is CFG at 50? And I think it's because it had inherited them. So he'd been messing about, basically. I had to refactor the entire thing several times. But the point is that when we got to video, he was like trying to generate video with the image pipeline that he'd built. Even though it's just a curl request, the way that he'd built it to optimize all of this and make it all secure, when you added in the video, it went a bit weird. I mean, I think it's working now, but I don't want to mess with it right now because that's not what we're doing tonight. But the point is, yeah, you can do this. It's very cool. One of the things that I did do, which, like I said, this is super experimental. I'm not like showing it off or anything. I just want to talk about it. I made a drop-in module for a manual mask editor, which is quite nice. And the way it works is it's pretty much the same as how you would imagine. So, yeah, let's get that one there. So we get the sign for the famous town in Wales. Now you press Create Mask, like you would normally, yeah? And then you just brush over stuff. It's like, you know, it's just like what you would expect. You know, it's got feathering, opacity, brush size, it's got the eraser, you know. Save the mask. That's going to get sent to the API. Nothing crazy, but you have to do this bit yourself. You see, when they go and give you an API, they don't give you this bit. They just go, give the URL for a mask. I also have on my system, I've got an AI mask generator. So what have we got? What image was that? It was a sign, so it won't detect anything. If I put a person up there we go. We'll get a person. We'll get Thora in there. Clear that mask. And do I have to put it here? Okay. I have to put it here for the auto mask. Okay. So we'll say face. Generate. It should just make a rough square. It broke. It's always something. Person. Failed. Sheesh. All right, well, that's broken. See, you fix one thing and it breaks the other thing. I keep saying a lot of this stuff is like coding in glass, not steel. You have to be really careful what you're doing. It all just sort of fractures and you have to recast it from scratch. But it didn't take that long or cost that much. So when you think about what you're building, you know, this is like, you're sat there going, man, this could end up... And you're like, yeah... could be expensive, right? Because it's not a little thing. But I wouldn't put this out just like this. My idea is adding some bits and pieces. So what else did we add? What else did we add? We added a couple of things. We did that. We did the pose stuff. I want to add in there control net. I'm thinking about exposing just the control net, just so you can make control nets. Let's see. And then obviously it leads on to having a gallery. You can have an input gallery, and then you can keep things for use. It's the same stuff, right? It's all the same stuff, but it's all built in React with Superbase, which is how it does all of the Google logins. On the admin, I just have a maintenance mode, which obviously takes the whole service down, and then enable, set the prices, that kind of stuff. But you can't. This doesn't work unless you are admin role on the database. So, I mean, look, you could always, like, everything can be exploited. This is the problem. And I think half the system becomes trying to make it robust. But if you just wanted to build the thing, all right, it's really easy to add new services. You know, all I have to do is go to their playground and copy the curl request. And I just say, using the style of the service cards, we're adding a new one called whatever, and it's going to use it's going to expose the parameters required to complete this curl request, and then you paste it in. It makes a new card, you go in, and it is the new, it is what it is. Like I said, the problem I was having was that you see how there's like common values, and so it was cheating. So every image pipeline uses the same width and height parameter. You see what I mean? And you'd think, well, what's the problem with that? Well, the problem with that is that it was trying to do it for everything. So that means that all the image inputs were shared, So when it came to making video, it was like trying to do an image pipeline, which isn't what you want, because it's different. And no amount of bashing him on the head would fix it. But like I said, it works really well. I got some really good images out of it. And so taking a long circle back, I'm going to use this to make the images. So they will be the same. And I can just access all these different models and just make the list. There probably won't be that many at first. But the idea is to get a good baseline of different models with wide variety of prompts and all that business. So yeah, it's a long-term project really. That's the thing that will go public before this thing ever would. Because to be honest, I just want to show that it can be done. That's what the point of Unreality is. It's unreal that it can be done, not that I'm going to do it. Anyone could do it. It's the fact that it was done in a couple of prompts and a deep research. And then this platform, Lovable, will just let you could just run it if you wanted. You could probably get like a, what's it called? Depends what provider you go with, but some of the providers of this sort of thing, they're like, they'll give you mad credits to get you started. So that whole, what am I going to do to cover the cost of, that's fine, because once you get started, you won't need to, you will be in credit is what I'm saying. You'll be able to cover expansion and stuff. Anyway. Glitch. Gotta love those CPU bottlenecks. Wow, look at that waveform shift. No, not failure. Yeah. Gotta turn it down because it's too thumping. Yeah, we can talk about factoring later. You want to get on the mic though? All right. So that was the Careless Whisper. So, yeah, because making music, doing things. Gonna get through this. What I need to do is make a new, like, development area. 3.6 plus. Yes. So, Careless Whisper 3.6. I'll just say 3.6.1 plus. That's where we're starting from. Because I just updated the source code before starting the show. So let me see if I can get that there. What happened to Vibe Voice? We'll check on that in a minute. Vibe Voice works fine, by the way. You just have to run it on your machine. I was just experimenting with seeing about running it on the main. And also, if you don't want the pan fried, you just take the earlier branch. So you don't have to have my crazy, my crazy overdevelopment. You don't have to have that if you don't want it. I deliberately like checkpointed the branch version history so you can like go back in time and take a less pan fried version. Right, so yeah, 3.6.1. This is the guy. So if I grab that, oh, tracks is done. What did I just do? Oh, okay, it's fine. Ember. Oh my god, that's a lot of silence at the beginning of that track. Oh, it's not silence. It's a cool intro. Okay. Sounds like the end of the last track. Okay. Alright, it's cool. It's gonna glitch. Turn it down for the glitch. There it is. Can't do anything else while it's glitching. Yeah. Get it done. That sounds better. You probably can't really hear the difference with the setup. Maybe I should do something more about that. I've never really been set up for audio because it's not, we're very visual focused. But I've noticed it's, becoming more of a, I kind of predicted it. It's like audio, it's such a large part of the visual experience, which is funny, but it's like two completely different components. It's like you can't really have one without the other. Like, have you ever seen like those comedy cuts where they get like The Shining and put it to like a comedy like a comedy movie theme and narration? Here's Jack. It's stuff like that. Whatever. And I just thought it really sort of underscores it. Like Jaws with comedy music. Alien with Benny Hill music. Alien Earth with Benny Hill music. I hope you've been watching the new show. I actually think it's cool. It's getting a lot of flack online, right? And I know I've taken the mick out of it, but so you can still like something and make fun of it. I've seen worse. Is all I'm saying. It seems to me like it's still better than the last movie they made. And to be honest, you get more content from a TV show than you do from an entire movie trilogy anyway. So it's a treat. It's a treat. And to be honest, I'm glad that then they're like just letting the alien just dance. He's just salsa dancing under a spotlight for the camera. I love it. It's great because it's actually a really good suit. People will complain, like they'll say, oh, the CGI was better. The same people were complaining that the suit will look crap, So it's just two sides of the coin. I just love it. Yeah, it has good bits and irritating bits, but I think it's supposed to be like that though now, because at least it's not just rage bait. A lot of stuff you get is just rage bait. They just want you to be angry about it. So I'm just glad it's not that, you know. It could have been so much worse. We've had some really bad reboots and genre, you know, like franchise stuff. I actually kind of like it. I'm just trying to think, like, who is my least favorite character? That's usually a good test. Who is my least favorite character in the whole of that show? It's actually hard. See, that's how you know that it's a balanced cast. Like, if I go, who is my least favorite character? Yutani, the rich Asian woman, she was kind of wooden. She was just like, oh, I'm in a skyrise building. I'm rich and Chinese or whatever it was. I was like, maybe she's Japanese. I'm not being racial. I'm just saying, like, she just played the cyberpunk rich woman on a tower trope. And it was like, I don't know. That was the only thing that was corny for me. That was so weak. Yeah, it's better than any of the Marvel stuff by far. Yeah. And dudes, you get legendary scenes. Oh, man. Kirsch is the best character by a country mile. Yeah, Kirsch. He's basically Roy Batty from Blade Runner mixed with Bishop from Alien franchise, and it's an amazing choice. It's so good. Yeah, it's so good, and they're expanding the lore as well. Like, it's not just like, here comes the xenomorph. Oh, it's a face hugger again. You know, they're not just like rehashing. They're actually like, they've got new xenomorph species which they've got, and they called it the zoo that they were bringing back, and I kind of like that. It's like a carnival freak show. It's got interesting vibes, you know, like, it's very cool, very cool. The Zuckerberg lookalike is annoying. Well, the actor is really, I've seen him in other stuff, and he's playing that character so well. The fact that you think he's annoying is part of his character, because he is an ass, you know, overconfident, hyper-focused, like careless, God complex. He's got all of those traits, you know what I mean? So yeah, he's supposed to be, you know, but like, everyone's playing the role. Like the brother, the main character, you know, everyone doesn't like her. Number one, you know, stuff like, but it's not like everyone, you know. So it's nice. It's balanced. I think. There are some bits that don't really make much sense, but come on, man, it's just it is a TV show. There's gonna be plot holes. The alien eye. Yeah, everyone's going on about the alien eye, but who knows what'll happen? What episode are we on now? Are there going to be 12 episodes or 9? I don't know. But yeah, it's fresh. Certified fresh. I think it's going to be better than the Predator TV show, guys. But I might be wrong. So maybe that will be fun too. Because there is a Predator TV show, which I didn't even know existed until it showed up in my YouTube feed. Like a trailer for it. I was thinking, like, what other franchises are there from that kind of, like, horror? Alien horror. Swamp Thing, the movie. No, he's not an alien, is he? What is this song? It's boring. Did I make this? Of course I did. It must have some development to it. It could just be that I don't have any songs. Wait, hang on. Huh? I don't know. It sounds a bit boring. development. Hang on. Oh, it's the bass line. I've got no bass on these speakers. Right, that's okay. I need to trust the process. Right, save this. Sometimes I catch myself, you know, QA. You're like, how did that get through? It managed to get all the way to mastering. Amazing. Alright. What the hell? A Predator show that was made by fans. Is it? I thought it was a real show. Because it's got connections to the Alien show, apparently. Is what I heard. Apparently it follows like a young Yautja. Or whatever it's called. And there's like half a Weyland-Yutani android in it. Like a chick with no legs. And they kind of like team up. I don't know. It seemed more like a Fallout Season 1 vibes. But with an alien instead of the ghoul. And with half a robot chick instead of, you know, the chick from Fallout. It seemed like they were trying to go for that kind of vibe. I'm not sure if that's what it is. I've got no idea. All I saw was a trailer. But yeah, it was kind of interesting though, you know. They're like trying to hit the alien vibes suddenly. Suddenly, aliens. Wait a minute. Stop. That's the same song. Cool intro, bro. Yeah. Did it the wrong way around. Whoops. Oh boy. I love it. You're just basically clicking relearn button and talking about Alien TV show. What a tune. Do the EQ again. Yes, that's good. That's good. Sweet. Sounds good to me. Makes a change from stealing Welsh folklore with dragons. Well, what do they say about lizards coming out of eggs? With a spiky tail. I was thinking the other day, do you reckon dragons was just volcanoes? Because you think, like, if you were like a caveman and suddenly the mountain was on fire and it burned all the trees down and you went up there, everything's scorched, and you'd be like, well, there's no fire up here, is there? And you think, well, what if you'd think in your like monkey brain of cave rock fever, you're sat there going, oh, it might be a dragon. You know? It's up there starting fires and stuff. They do say that going back further in time there was more volcanic eruption, but it would be a long time. So maybe it's just genetic memory from when we were like, whatever. I don't know what you believe. Who cares? Volcanoes. I've met a few dragon, and I'm going to stand by my volcano statement. All right. That is that one done. Let's do Ghost. Oh, that one didn't waste any time. I feel like I got slapped in the face. And there's the bottleneck. Even on an i7, still bottleneck. It's probably because I'm doing it in a hack way. Really, I should be splitting my stems and I should be doing less VSTs to the whole track at once. Like, but don't worry, it can handle it. It's fine. It's had to do way more than this. You'll get away with it. And it will sound better. It just will sound better because AI just has this funny sound to it. To be honest, I should spend more on the EQ. But it's sort of like an investment versus cost type argument, you know? Same reason why a lot of people just do it live. Because it's a whole lot of prep. And then it's like, what are you getting out of it? Oh, I'm giving it all away for free. Oh, okay. Well, you could say you could buy it on Spotify, I guess, but I don't really expect people will. I don't know, it'd be nice if they do. I've got no idea if people do either. It's like the worst industry. Let's just say I'm close to people that are what you would call physical musicians, not electronic musicians like me. And it's hard, man, because most people don't actually play their stuff for long enough for them to actually get paid. And then it's like, even if they do, it's got to be in enough volume for that actually to add up. And so they make money from doing live events. And so then it's like, you know what I mean? It's not really, all that stuff isn't for you. It's not for you anyway. Yeah. Make noise. Make some noise. Like if you hear the music I was making pre-AI, it was all horrible noise, and because I like experimenting with extreme distortion and stuff, and so it was much more crude. But it's the same sort of stuff I'm doing now. Yeah, sure, I like the funk genre, so I'm going to do a lot of funk stuff. But a lot of the funk stuff sounded like that anyway. It's just got more of a structure to it, that's all. Anyway. But yeah, the stuff I used to make was super crude. It was just fun to do. It's just fun. Just making noise. So let's just check we actually have been making tracks, because the fun part is when you find out you're not making actual progress. So hang on a sec, I just like to see... I'd like to see the proof. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Template. Found. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we're doing good. So, Ritual is up next. What the? What? Oh dear. That ain't right. What? It just stops? Huh? What? It just stops at 148? Huh? Did I just... Huh. Okay. Issue. Okay, recovery. Alright. Alright. It's third from the bottom. That'll be that one. It's called Urban Resurgence. That's weird. It's got a new metal tag. Look at that. I must have been doing some weird experiments. New metal funk, anyone? Do you like new metal with Chicago funk and Memphis funk? And then you get this. Do you like that? But it's only 1 minute and 51 seconds long, which means I chopped it off and then extended it. So where's the rest of it? Where's my song gone? I gotta find Urban Resurgence V1. Urban Shadows, Resurgence V1 and V2. Wait a minute. It's like a whole new song. And that's the end of the song. Right, hang on. We've got to do a bit of authoring. Producing. Okay. And then on the B side. That was good, except the gunshot sounded like a fart. You know, like a fart trap where you blow up this. It's like a rubber thing you sit on. Farting cushion. Yeah, the gunshot sounded like a farting cushion. But look, I've even put a thumb up on that one. It must have glitched out. Well, we'll fix that. And that's why you keep all the links. Trace it. Yeah. Enough of that. Stop playing. It's locked me out. Come on, stop. Ritual is what we want, and ritual is what we got. So I'll delete this one. It's not letting me do it. Okay. Gonna get rid of that. Stop playing. Right, ritual. Someone's walking on my grave in the future again. God. Sneezing like a shotgun here. Alright, we have the new and improved ritual, which actually has an end. It's not even a long song, but, you know, we do our best. Yeah. Whoopee cushion, that's the one, Dragon. Thank you, mate. Fernicar says, new metal with dubstep for me. Lately I've been testing strong female vocals too, and sometimes vinyl scratching will add spice. That must flow. Yeah, I have a special plugin for that, which you might be able to get for free, called Vinyl. Here. It's really good. It's made by the same people that do all of these plugins here. It comes with a whole bunch of different presets. This is quite weak right now. But you can turn the mechanical and electrical noise, dust, scratch, warp. You've got all this. It's crazy the amount of features it has. Can we just do a spin down? Love it. Should we continue? Let's do it again. So useful. Just that is so useful. Anyway, you know, little things. Okay. Somehow I broke the UI as well. And we need to save this, don't we? Do we save it already? I'm terrible. The memory of a goldfish. We need to do this. Quick, before the track ends, we've nearly run out of song. I hope I didn't kill the bass with that EQ. Oh well. I've got the original, so I can do it again if I need to. It's fine. You don't ever edit a track. Always copy it and make a new. I know it sounds like a, well, that's obvious. It's not obvious. You know, it's something that you get taught usually on day one, but not everyone had the benefit of training and little things. Because it's easier, isn't it? If you just, oh, there's the file, I just change it. Because you could just load the file in and apply effects, right? But you can't go back when you mess up. I know it sounds obvious, but it's what I do. Point out obvious stuff. Yes. So that would be ritual. Now we can do vessel. Wait, that's the same song. You see what's happened? Hang on. That's not good. That's not good at all. Something's gone wrong here. We got two tracks that are the same. So I wonder which one is wrong. It could be that there just aren't two tracks. There was only ever one track. Okay, well, I'll make this one because it's longer. Seems arbitrary, but it makes sense. I would have put more work into the longer one. Maybe. Oh, that's classic. What's that? Ah, that's kind of cool, actually. He broke out into something and then went back. That's all right. Just trust, process. Everything takes forever otherwise. 09, vessel. Go, go, go. Yeah, like I said, you have to have a process and you just have to stick to it. Otherwise, the endless temptation to bifurcate your process into convoluted, spiraling side quests. You know, like, oh, I just found out two tracks are the same. I already went on a side quest to go and get the proper one, and then we get the next track. It's literally the same track. And what's that? I think we have the Amen brothers to thank for all this percussion. Well, you saw what I put in the prompt. We'll always have Chicago. So just don't forget to misspell those tokens and use manual mode. Just switch up the vowels. It's usually enough to spicing up the model a little bit, but it depends if you like it rough or clean, you know. So I try to get a rough sound out of it if I can. I wonder if this will be the same song again. Can you really blame me when the tracks were all the same name in the they all had the same name? Alright, this is a good track actually. Okay. Slow. Yeah. My classic scrambled language rappers that are just saying absolutely nothing. Like every now and then it sounds like a language, but it's not. It's just syllables. Anyway. It's funny, I fell out with SoundCloud over that one. They were like, what language is it? And their AI just wouldn't back down. I said, it's English. They said, no, it's not. I said, well, it's not language at all, technically. And they were like, it's not instrumental. It's not English. It doesn't compute. So, yeah, we had a little bit of an issue. But, I thought of all the things that would cause her trouble. I didn't think that would be a thing, but you know. Interesting. One of the tracks has got to go again for the spookiness. You can't make it up. Spooky. Spooky numerology. Try not to pay attention to it. So that's that album done. Good times. So now we get the Rap Inferno. Now, the Rap Inferno was fun because the Rap Inferno was the rapper going to hell. The Memphis rapper going through Dante's Inferno. So he's on his way down to the pit, okay? And he's just rapping. And we tried to make the... Anyway, it's pretty funny, I thought. But I have enough for 2 albums here. So that would take me, like, for the rest of the stream, just doing this. So what I'll probably do is just do the sorting and not the mastering, yeah? So I just listen to it, because then it'll be done really quick. I just sort it into 2 into 2, you know, like an A-side and a B-side. Even though there are, like, what is this, 8 songs? No, 9 songs on each side. Hey, man, we're in the digital age. We'll call it a twin pack. I don't know. Buy 1, get 2 free. I don't know. But yeah, we'll just listen to these. I wish I could, like... See, the trouble is, I'm not set up for it. If I was to, like, put this song onto the machine that's streaming and play it, it would probably blast everyone because we're just not set up for the audio levels. The best I can do is... Which isn't great, but... Hang on a minute, my audio's gone. Oi! When did the audio go? That wasn't even me. Hold up. The audio's gone. Wait a minute. I'm being a retard. Okay, there is no audio on that machine. God. I'm sat here looking at the bar going, there's no audio. Of course there's no audio. That's the whole point. There's only one track for that. This one's weak. Oh, that's better. It's because I've got no bass. Because the amount of bass in these... I better not kill that bass. Okay, so I need to do track 1 again, because track 1... There's only one version of track 1. Okay, moving on. It's crazy. It's this one, I think. Yeah, it's that one. Okay, so that's 1, 2. Track 3.
Forget it, drop under the booth stand. Serving with each massive hand. Flood its way in the putrid slush. Memphis carnival in this nasty rush. Lauren at the dirt souls crying loud. Why my carnival feeds this hungry crowd? Got different tastes to serve.
It sounds more like Detroit.
One goal, feeding the blood, dig that leaves your soul. Step right up, but don't eat too much. Cerberus cafeteria deadly touch.
See what the other one, that was the B-side, hang on.
Ring-headed dog, running up food stand, Cerberus service with each Mexican. Blood is rain in the future slush. Memphis carnival, kid, this nasty rush on the dirt.
That's not good. Oh, I see why. It's got a bit of a West Coast in it. Yo. No. Can we have this on here maybe? We ain't got 2 albums. This is definitely the one. It's like not even a question. That's not bad. I don't know about that one. There's a B-side that we just heard, so it's playing the B-sides first for some reason. Windows. Yeah, this is easily the winner just from that hook. Oh, dude. Listen, if they told you that it was all theft, it sounds good enough to be, so yeah, I believe you. But I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I just think it's sort of like, you know when they say, hey, that sugar will kill you, etc. It's kind of like that. It sounds too good to not be bad for you, so it must be wrong. So if it was stolen, it would make sense, even though I am in denial of that. Because it's so close to something. It's so close to something cliche that is like. That's crazy how aligned that is with what I was trying to get. But anyway. Like if I got the instruments and tried to arrange them like that, it would sound worse. Like with full on design of me trying to do that, it wouldn't work. For some reason. I'd be messing around with it for days trying to get that hook. Like I'd have it in my head, but I wouldn't be able to get it into FL, or there'd be some limitation, like I got to buy a plug-in, or... Because everyone's forgotten about that, the frustration of, oh, do you have that instrument pack? Do you have that plug-in pack? Do you have the license for that one tool that does that thing? Did you buy that foot pedal, that those... Yeah, it's like, guys, it's getting out of control. I kind of like this B-side though. Let's see the A-side. I get a feeling that might be a B. B, question mark? Yeah, this is way too chill. Does it get better? Nope. Next. That's that one done. It's like, what's it sound like? Good. What's the other one sound like? Bad. Okay, next. It wasn't bad. It was just boring by comparison. It's not even worth doing like another album. There's not enough tracks. Some of them actually are, but are not, just not good. Where's the hook? Is that the hook? Let's try the A side. Oh God. Oh God. Wait. It might redeem itself. Yeah, the lyrics are tight, even though it sounds a bit weird. The lyrics are weird. Like the voice. Okay, that's not bad. And the track is redeeming itself with the progression of the fake violin. Yeah, I got lucky. Listen to the other one again. This is like Grandmaster Flash, almost, but with like a rapper from a different era. In fact, you could almost hear Tupac on this beat. Holy shit. Like, forget the rapper and listen to the beat. You could totally hear that. That's crazy. So yeah, it's one of them, innit? Right, next. That one is going to be an A. We are on the 8th layer of hell. We got 2 tracks left. There's actually a C side for this one, so this is the B we're listening to. It's called Malibolg Maze. I like the organ. It's a nice touch. It's because of the carnival, innit? You get the organs. Pipe organ. It's almost like Isham. Whoa. Gonna turn it down, he's loud. I mean, it's like white label psychopathic records almost. It's kind of funny how close it is to a lot of stuff. Oh, that's a bad hook. It's trying to do the Wailing Souls thing. Let's go to the A side. So that'll be the first one I liked the sound of, basically. And then I kept going. It's this one. It's this one. It's that. Halloween. Yeah, it's like a fake Joker card almost. It's kind of funny. So we got Cocytus Ice Rink, 9th layer, B-side.
It's
It's got a cool vibe. Lo-fi almost. The beat. Isn't that funny? It's a Memphis rapper on the 9th layer of hell or the 7th layer, I forget, and he's got like and it's like lo-fi chill.
I so thick you can't break through. Trains of scrolls, nothing new. Go site to side street, final stop at the point. Say I'm broken 3 paces, who is Cash's review. Their betrayal for eternity. From Memphis boys seek history.
It's got a good beat. It's got a good beat, I can't deny. So what's the A-side sound like? Because B sounds pretty good right now. I bet this is going to be like the dilemma of the night. Please be easy. It's not, is it? It's going to be a tough... Oh, man.
Frozen lake at the bottom of hill.
Ah.
This heart I've got stories to tell. Giants lowering us down to the ice. Where betrayers pay the ultimate price.
This isn't as good. It's not bad, but it's like different. Yeah, it's not as good. It's not as good. All right, cool. So let me just double check track 2. I got a B. I got an A. This is B. Here's it. Yeah, it's that one. The only thing that was a bit weak was this one, the first track. I think I must just be imagining it because there's no bass. It sounds like the Boondocks, who is a southern rapper, again from Psychopathic Records. It's kind of funny how it just ended up there. I said Memphis, but I also said Chicago. So yeah, we have our track list. So it's gonna be A, B, A, B, A, B. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Done. All right then. So that is the. Wait, did I save this? Relic. Double check it. Yep, I saved it. Okay, clear that. Don't forget to clean up your templates. No, not clone. Can I just... No, I can't. Can I... No, I have to do it that way. No, I have to do it that way. Oh my god. It's like doing work. We'll get it done. We'll get it done. We'll get it done. Come on. It's like a video game. Alright. Save and exit. And the radio... Ah, yeah, of course. SSL. Side quest. 3, 2, 1. And it's quiet, but the radio's back. So there it is. That right there. A little bit of mastering, a little bit of editing, a little bit of track naming, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Now, I do recommend for all you people out there, if you MP3 tag, free, does your track name matters, very easy to use. There's lots of things you can do to do this sort of stuff, but it's free and easy, so I've had it for years. So if you haven't got something to do your meta tags on your tracks, MP3 tag, it works on WAV files. Alright, so that means something cool. How is this looking? Bash, build, run pod, fixed. Yeah. We're going to do something other than that. We are going to have a little bit of an experiment. Careless 361 plus, which will be, you know, some higher number. Some higher number. Any minute now. There you go. That's another thing. People say, oh, computers are so fast. Yeah, that's why they can't keep up with you typing. Your job is safe. Just don't, like, reject technology. Because then it's not. So here we have Careless Whisper v3. That's the latest source code. So I'm going to immediately go in here and open that as root. So we now have the project. Now, what is this? This is the source code for this Careless Whisper, which is a dictation device on Shift F1, and it is a speech-to-prompt device on Shift F2. It uses Olama local models or OpenRouter. Your choice. You just go in here and set it up. Now, I was thinking, at the moment, we've got F1 to do dictation, which obviously you can put into prompts and things, right? And then we've also got speech to prompt to give you, fill your copy buffer with a short response. And so I thought, wouldn't it be cool if we could do speech prompt and copy to paste? Okay, so let me see if I can explain. It's pretty easy, I suppose. We'll use Microsoft's most successful product ever. The original gangster. The man paint himself. Okay. Can we zoom in? Can we make it bigger? Nice. Okay. Can we make this? Do you know what? I feel like we need more pixels. Yeah, much better. Okay, so like I said, we had Whisper, and then we had, you know, text coming out. So we had speech going in. Yeah. We had Whisper here. And so we would talk, and we would get our copy paste out, right? And I thought, well, that's cool. And so we decided to make it so that it will do whisper to text. So that's obviously in your Control V. Just type it. Paste offer. Okay. Yeah. Okay, and so obviously it made sense to add in Olama local OpenRouter API. Okay. Put that like in the middle, I guess. And Okay, that's good enough. Because it's kind of like you go through that. And yeah, so if I say something on one key, it gets delivered to my copy paste buffer. If I say something with a different key, different hotkey, it gets sent to my choice of either local or OpenRouter API, and then I get a response. So this is dictation. This is like a text to, it's like a, what do you call it, push to talk LLM operation, but it's filling my text buffer, because a lot of the time what you have to do is open up the chat, type in what you want, wait for the response, copy it, and then you paste it somewhere. And I wanted to save all of that and just go push button talk, it's in my paste buffer. So that's what this concept was. Originally it was just dictation, so I could just take notes. I could push a button and go idea, and it would save it to a text file somewhere, and I have a folder full of thousands of text files like that, right? So this was just giving it AI, right? We're like, oh, what if we put AI in Careless Whisper, right? So now it's got speech to prompt. That's what we called this. This was speech to paste, and this one is speech to prompt. Now I'm thinking we could have a whole new mode, which is basically the same thing. So we have, if I'm just going to use a purple circle, purple square for the Olama OpenRouter, because that's the same, right? We still want to get text back, so it's still going to be text in the paste buffer, right? Same thing. We're still going to be using whisper and a speech, so that is also the same. So what's this new third mode? It looks like the same thing, doesn't it? Aha, it is copy. Okay, copy plus. So basically speech plus copy to prompt. So then it's not just what you said, it's what you had in the copy buffer. So I'll take whatever you have copied. So at the time of you doing the speech, whatever's in your copy buffer goes into the new hotkey. So it'd probably be like Control F2 instead of Shift F2, you know, something like that. And then the idea is you get speech copy to paste, or speech copy prompt to paste. It's too long. It's Careless Whisper, guys. The system is getting better. I don't know. It just is. So yeah, that's the idea. By adding the two. So it's copy plus speech. Yeah, let's just write speech in. And then that's... Okay, so that would give us our third mode. So this was mode 1, mode 2, and now mode 3. So yeah, and we've got whisper, small, tiny, and bass. We've used, you can choose whichever one you want, it'll just download it. I think the smallest version is 75 megabytes, so like excluding the Olama local models department, this can be run on under 80 megabytes. You've got 80 megabyte app, it runs in the system tray, it's non-invasive, it just sits there. It'll run on startup, and you can just, I think you can change the hotkeys. You should be able to change the hotkeys. I use a hotkey keyboard, so I'm binding my binding anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It is whatever I need it to be. Or it is whatever it is, because my actual keyboard is bound like a macro to whatever it should be. But that's the concept. So yeah, that's what we're going to try and do here. Careless Whisper V36 Plus. Always default, always paste buffer. All default, always paste buffer. Default always. What do you mean, Fernie? What Do you mean? We need telepathy. Switch Olama on is same as text only. It's different buttons, mate. So F1 is for dictation, and then F2 is for the prompt stuff, with whichever one you choose. It's one or the other, you know. You have to choose which one you want, you know. You it's either or. And then when you go in, the only limitation with this is that it will remember what your open router model is, because that list doesn't really change, or it doesn't change in like, it's different. The Olama model could be anything, and so it will select the top model by default. I did a lot to try and make it remember your last selection, but the amount of code to try and make it be like, oh, and what happens if it's not there? You know, what do I fall back to? And you can't. There is no fallback option, because nobody has, you know what I mean? Everybody has a different set of models. So you have to set the model you want once and save it. And as long as you don't close the program, it'll stay on that model. But if you open settings, it goes back to the top again. See, even it's really annoying, but you know, I do what I can. One mode has to be default. That is paste buffer. If you don't do that, you wouldn't have auto paste. One mode has to be default. That is paste buffer. I think I must be misunderstanding you, Fernie, because both of them put the result into the paste buffer. Both of them do. So like if you do dictation with F1, it's going to record what you're saying, and then it'll be ready for pasting, you know. And then the same is true with the speech to prompt. It does your prompt, you record your voice, does the prompt, and then gives you the answer. But you can't attach stuff in your copy buffer, which is what I'm going to add today. The thing about the what is it? It doesn't have auto paste. Because the thing is, there's system requirements. Like you get into security, apps that automatically paste stuff, it doesn't like it. I'm sure there are ways of doing it, but I try to exist within limitations. Like, it's a bit like browser rules, you know. There's some stuff that it can do, and there's some stuff it can't do. All I know is that if you miss the paste, it does have a transcription history. So say you accidentally did something and you missed it. Say you overwrote it with the next one. Oh, I didn't want auto. No, I didn't do auto paste. I leave it to the user to decide whether they want to, you know, when they want to paste. Because that means you can use it with a multitude of apps. Yeah. In the end, we took that to sit that direction. But if you miss it, you've got it in logs. So you didn't really miss it. It's logging everything. So you're not really going to miss anything. I think you can even export. JSON. Okay. In fact, hang on a minute. There was a dev team plan there. That's great. So, right. Let's get in here. I'm going to say. So, we currently have our app functioning with two distinct modes, which capture speech and fill the clipboard paste buffer. Another reason I'm using .NET as well, because it's all native, right? Fill the clipboard. I may as well just be saying this. Fill the clipboard paste buffer. So I should just be saying it, shouldn't I? Currently have our app. I can't spell. I can't talk either, though, according to Whisper. So we currently have our app functioning with two distinct modes, which capture speech and fill the clipboard paste buffer. In different ways. Okay, so Speech to paste is dictation. It records the user's voice and uses the loaded whisper model to fill the transcription into the copy-paste buffer. I should put the audio file back on. That was something else I needed to debug. Like, it's supposed to have like an audio thing where it actually like goes bing. Notification. Enable it. There we go. Save it. Testing, testing. That didn't work. Whoa, why'd it take so long? Do you know what, guys? I think that the bigger model sucks. It takes forever to give you a response. Go back to base and see what it's like with that one. I wonder if it just changes or if you probably have to restart, don't you? Well, the model's there, so let's try it. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. No bing. No bing. You see that? The bing's gone. How annoying is that? I hate bugs like this. These are the worst bugs because they just are a pig. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. It's way slow. Why is it so slow? Alright, we'll worry about why it's slow later. Probably should like add. People have been telling me try Whisper Fast, which are like much newer, but I wanted to actually get it to work first. In theory, you should be able to just swap out with a different GGML Whisper model. In theory, I don't want to ever tell you it works until I've done it, which I haven't. So, okay, speech to paste is dictation. All right. Speech to prompt offers a way to speak to the LLM, whether it be an open router API provider that the user has selected or an Ollama local model which is running on the machine. It's pretty succinct. Do we get a bing? Oh my god, you actually did get a bing. Speech to prompt offers a way to speak to the LLM, whether it be open router API provider that the user has selected or an Ollama, which is running on the machine. Okay. Alright, so I basically just set the context of what the project is. Okay. So now... Or it was actually speech prompt to paste. I should change that. Speech prompt to paste. Yeah. Offers a way to record a prompt verbally to into an LLM. Relay a prompt verbally into an LLM, whether it be open router API provider, user selector, or an Ollama local model running on the machine. Okay, we intend to our tune. I should turn it up. Add a new third feature, thread feature to Careless Whisper called speech copy prompt. I'm just going to call it what it is, okay? Curse me. I need to call it what it is because we're doing AI coding. So as much context as possible, you know. That's why I call all of my dev team handoff documents devteamhandoff.md, because it's funny, he's not supposed to but it does. Like, the file name matters. So, like, if the file name is all about how it's impossible, well, I'm not going to, this is a bad example, but it affects it. Everything affects everything. So it's like, you know, a concept could infect the research through a file name, but is what I'm saying. You can tell him to ignore it, but he didn't really. It's like telling a kid to ignore something. Like, hey, there's an elephant in the corner. And you're like, don't look at the elephant. Come on. He knows it's there. He's not allowed to tell you, but it's all he's looking at, you know? So I think there's an element of that going on in, like, the sort of pseudo-psychology of the network, of the neural net. Anyway, so we intend to add a new third feature to the Careless Whisper app called Speech Copy Prompt to Paste, which is, what's that? SCPTP? Speech copy to paste, which, as its name describes, is based directly on speech to paste. However, is activated with a new hotkey combination. A new third hotkey combination. In fact, I'd say that as a word. I'm not going to take no chances. A third hotkey combination, and it will be left control plus F2. I'm going to try and keep because it's still going to an LLM, so use the same F2 key. I think that makes sense. I was thinking make a new key for it, but we might want to do other stuff. So I'm thinking, because like the whole crucially it is, you would copy something first. So say I could copy a letter, right? And I could say, write me a 2-sentence reply to this letter. And it's going to do it, put it in your copy, and then you can paste it anywhere you need to do that. You know. So then you didn't need to read out the thing aloud and all that. So there's kind of an interest. There's a lot of aspects there. Because you don't necessarily want to be in a room going, and my address is this, and my, you know. Sometimes you want to keep things private. And if you've already got it written down, you can copy it and go, input this and input that. And it makes it a little bit more like doing Jarvis when you're, you know, because you're not having to spell everything out. I mean, I'm hoping that we can get to the point where we can say, like, I've got a file under my mouse. Or I've selected a file, you know. Like, at the moment, I'm copying text. But what if I was copying a file or an image? Or see, I'm trying to build a bridge in the direction I want the tool to go. So I've got to try to take baby steps and make sure it doesn't all break. At some point, I might even collapse the entire program and rebuild it out from scratch, just to get rid of any ghost code that might have been knocking about where I've been building on top of the same source for so long. That's partly why going from Python to React was actually a pretty cool jump, because you got rid of a bunch of ghost code that you probably had disabled because you didn't need it anymore, and you've forgotten what it even was. We intend to add a third feature to Careless Whisper called Speech Copy Prompt to Paste, which is, as its name describes, based directly on speech paste. However, is activated with a new third hotkey combination, left control plus F2, which allows the user to speak as with the other functions, transcribing the text, but crucially, in this mode, any text which already exists in the copy buffer is in the clipboard copy buffer will be sent to to the LLM for processing as part of the prompt. We will always concatenate the user transcribed text first, then append the copy the text from the copy buffer. Template will be speech, comma space, copy buffer text, speech transcription. Wow, this track, do you know what? I think I must have programmed it and forgotten. This track always starts at 5 minutes before the show ends. I must have programmed it and forgotten because it just keeps happening, man. It can't be random. I must have done it and forgotten about it. It sounds like the sort of thing I would do and then forget about. This is that tight banger from Christmas. Append the text from the copy buffer template, speech transcription followed by copy paste. This template will be used when sending a prompt into the chosen LLM, whether it be OpenRouter or Olama. Okay. We'll let them do the mechanics of it first, and then we'll worry about whether there's a hotkey in the UI and whether it even logs. Maybe I should tell him to. No, we can add that. It's fine. Sometimes it's nice to do it all in one go. Yeah, I don't want him to get confused. See, I used to give him like big long plans. When it's fresh, it's fine, but when it's like a lot of stuff, he might just do half and then say he's done it and then forget to do the rest. So I like try to break it up a little bit once the project's already matured. It's better safe than sorry. It's like too many variables. So I'll try and like get him to do this bit, which is like, that's like a whole new feature. The reality is he may go, I've just added a new hotkey. I'll put that on the new page. And he may, sometimes they have the intelligence or gumption to figure out what you're doing and do it without you even asking. Because he knows, think about it, he knows you're going to ask that. You got 3 keys, 2 of them are hotkeys. He's added a 3rd key, it's also a hotkey. Yeah, he knows that you're probably going to, it's just a question of whether he came to that answer on his own or not. And he can. LLMs are as mature as kids. Why expect them to be matured? No, they're not. I know. I'm just saying, like, what I'm saying is sometimes giving them a big list of things to do is worse than giving them do this, then do this, then do this separately. Yeah, the separately what wins, because when you give him a complex set of tasks, there's a probability that he'll fail one or more tasks, and then there's a probability that he will fail to tell you that he failed one or more tasks, and that cascade will lead to a technical tsunami. Okay, our mode will use the existing thing. Good. Just with a different input prompt. Good, because I didn't want to rewrite the whole thing. I just want to make it like, oh, by the way, if I do a slightly different button, can you also input whatever I have in the copy buffer? It's like actually a very small change, but I don't know what code he used. He might have made it very difficult to do this. Okay. Go for it, my guy. Look at him go. But yeah, what I'll do is I'll do the mastering on the rap song next. And then they'll both get scheduled for next week, I guess. Bit of a thing on the news for the music. One at the new metal album came out first. There's for some reason they're being released out of order by Spotify. I'm not quite sure what happened, but like there was a delay of a couple of days, which meant the next one kept. So now they're not being released in order, but whatever. I bet people wouldn't have even known there was an order. So the 3 albums with lyrics that are coming out first, they'll be coming out over the next couple of days. One of them is a funk album, and then the 4th lyrics album and the funk album we mastered tonight, they'll be out in about a week's time. Usually it takes me, a couple of days to actually put it on the form and set a date. To be honest, I think the reason that the date screwed up was because I was being flippant. I was like, they were like, oh, you need to release the song in at least a week. And I was like, oh, I don't care about being added to playlists. So I just said, release it in 3 days. And then it didn't come out. I was like, oh, you didn't mean like promotional. You just meant on the site at all. That is being on a playlist, So I was like, oh, okay. So sometimes I'm like, I go the other way when they try to sell you. When they try to sell you exposure, I sometimes go the other way. I'll be like, how about I don't buy that, actually? And then you just get more motivated to push your own thing. Because you're like, they were trying to take my money, and they never get you any growth. So it's like a waste of time. Usually what happens if you ever did try one of those services, you either get just full on scammed. They just charge your credit card loads of money and you get nothing, or they botnet you, and so then the platform that you're on thinks you're botting yourself, and then you get throttled or shadow banned. So it's a total curse either way. It's never ever do it. Never ever do it. You're only allowed to use bots if you actually run the platform. So, like, if it's your platform, you can bot yourself all day. And I bet they do. But that's not what I'm in it for, so... That's not what I'm in it for. It's like that whole... Have you ever seen that scam in the street where you've got, like, a guy and he's, like, selling watches, and there's all these people clustered around like, oh, wow, they look like cheap. Oh, wow, that's a cheap watch. And they're all paid, aren't they? They're all paid actors for the scam, They're fake watches. Maybe someone will buy one and make a big song and dance about it, And it's all part of the scam, so that you buy the watch for way more than it is because it's fake, right? And to me, that's the same with a fake audience. If you have like a million viewers and there's, there's all bots talking in the chat. Like, it looks busy, but there's nothing there. Because the thing about bots is it makes you look popular. So you get this thing called clout. Okay, everyone recognizes you, and you get free stuff maybe from partner deals and all this. And they say that it's fake it till you make it. So they're trying to make themselves look big so that they'll become big, so they can turn the bots down, and then they really will be big. See, that's their plan, right? But the problem is, like, it doesn't happen for a lot of them. And bots don't have wallets. You paid them to be here. So if you're just trying to be internet famous, I guess it works. But if you're actually trying to, like, I don't know, do something creative or professionally, something rewarding for yourself, I don't think that's the path. Hey. What? Could not copy the file because it couldn't be found. That's weird. He's already done it, he said. I've already done it, he said. What's my next job? Look, summarize this. Translate to Spanish. Fix bugs in this code. I actually think that this could be like a super cool evolution of this software, guys. Just that simple ability of including whatever's in the copy buffer. Shift Control F2 is copy prompt. Oh, that's a better way of saying it. Look, F1 speech, Shift F2 prompt, Control F2 copy plus prompt. So just reduce speech to paste to speech. Yeah, it's less words. I don't object. Empty clipboard falls back to speech only. It's got transcription failures. Okay, figuration issue. Clipboard access, audio recording error. Works with Open Room. Yeah. I did look at integrating this with LM Studio, by the way, but I'm not familiar enough with LM Studio to know how to do it. I'll be honest. It might be that it knows how to do it, so I might take a shot, but I'll wait until I've got the core features out the way, because like I got some interesting ideas for this thing anyway. We got to have an image input, right? There's got to be a way of doing an image, and I think maybe, I mean, I don't know. I need to find out what kind of object the image actually is, because you know when you copy a file, if you copy a file, that's not the same as copying an image. You see what I mean? There are two different objects in the clipboard. You know, if you copy a file, it's the file, but if you copy the image, it's the actual image data, not the file anymore, you know? So I need to figure out what the difference between the two is in terms of .NET, and then that will open the door to probably Control Shift F2, where it's going to be copy prompt, but for images, because I think it might be that you can't just use the same. I'm preparing for it, you know what I mean? Because obviously text, copying your text, that's easy, but I don't know what you've got in there. And technically you can send most things into LLMs, like you could do it with a PDF. So anyway, that's more complicated. So, but yeah, check it out. So what do we got here? Control F2, speak your instruction. So you copy something, you copy anything, and then you do Control F2 and say something like translate this, summarize it. Lovely. That's exactly what I wanted. It's got an error because it can't find GGML tiny, and that is because it's in a different castle. Basically, it hasn't been run yet. The software hasn't been run yet, and because it hasn't been run yet, it didn't download it. Because it's the source code. The source code doesn't get distributed with the model. But the portable version does. It's so silly. Like, why are we doing this? Just do the thing. Okay. Wait a minute, you liar. You lie? I must have gone into the wrong folder. Hold up. Ah, there we go. There we go. There's the new one. Okay, put it there. Put it there. Alright, cool. So we've got GGML tiny in the house. We haven't built this yet though. It might be worth building the app before we make any more changes. Where is the build? Just can't find my readme. There it is. Ooh, I think it's almost pizza time, chaps. Let's have a look. Dual voice to text, AI assistant, silent system tray. Yeah. This hasn't even been updated yet. There we go. That's all I need. Already on there. I just want to test it. I should get a second one open. There's 2 running right now, which is a little bit confusing. So I'm going to shut one of them. Okay, let's get the new one up. Oh, Control plus F2 is copy prompt. So it's taken it at least. First question, hotkeys. He forgot. Oh well. Yeah, F1, F2 require modifier keys. It's funny, this isn't very clear because it should actually be Shift F2 and Control. So it's a bit. I think this is allowing you to remap the button, but not the modifier, which is, you know what I mean? It's always like, you know, you almost 95%. That should be that should be the T-shirt. 95%. That's yeah. So put it on open router. Right, let's test it. So Shift F1. This is a test of transcription. It should come up. This is a test of. Yep, this is a test of transcription. This is a test of Claude Sonnet 4. Are you Claude Sonnet 4? You'd be like, what? Hang on. What's he going to say? I'm Claude, made by Anthropic, but I'm actually Claude 3.5 Sonnet, not Sonnet 4. But I said, he's like, I'm not Sonnet 4. It's because he's a fine tune. It's fine. Don't worry. They often hallucinate about who they are. You'll find a lot of local models will be convinced that they're ChatGPT 3.5. Okay. So then Control F2. This is going to be the big one. So, okay, let's just say I'm going to copy this high security vulnerability. Copy. And I'm then going to say what is a okay, what did he say? That's interesting. Hang on a minute. I need a notepad. I noticed your message is cut off. You started to ask what is A, but didn't finish the question. Interesting. I think what's happening is that I have something in the copy buffer and it doesn't store that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, this is brilliant. So I have copy text in my right hand, okay, and then I have speech in my left hand, okay, and I turn the speech into text and I put it in my right hand, overwriting the original copy, yeah, which means that now I can't concatenate the original copy with the transcribed speech because it's gone. Because remember, like he's overwrote the buffer with the transcription. And then, of course, he sends that. So what I need to do is I need to get him to temporarily store what's in the copy buffer somewhere. And then concatenate the transcription and append it. No. Then take the transcription. Yeah, wait. Take the transcription and concatenate it with the appended copy buffer from before. So yeah, this is funny. We got to do some time travel. We have a temporal glitch. We got a time loop. We got Groundhog's clipboard. So, okay. The new mode is working correct. It's working correctly with a shortcoming because we did not save the existing text in the clipboard copy, the transcription result is overwriting, is probably the best way to say it. Overwriting. I'll get the vowel right eventually. The transcription is overwriting that text, leaving it unable to append the pre-existing copy, and so only the first. That's part, by the way, the reason I picked high security vulnerability to go into my copy and then said what is a. I did that on purpose because obviously if the back end gets chopped off, he doesn't get the point of the question. If the front end got chopped off or replaced, he wouldn't have even got a question. It just would have been a statement. So I did it on purpose, you know what I mean, to get the to try and catch him in what I thought might happen, but you know, because it's like a temporal, like a chicken and egg is like a temporal issue, you know. It's like to resolve it, we've just got to make some rules. So because we did not save the existing text in the clipboard copy, the transcription result, the speech transcription result, I gotta be like super precise here. Did not save the existing copy text in the clipboard copy. There's so much redundant language in prompting like this, so it's fun. The speech transcription result is overwriting that text, leaving it unable to append a pre-existing copy. So only the first half of the copy prompt is sent to the LLM. In order to prevent the loss of the initial copy text data, we can keep it somewhere temporarily, transcribe the speech, and then take the temporary text we stored and then append that to the result of the transcription, thus preserving both halves of this function. I'm like, what words? Do we get a Bing? Don't even get a Bing anymore, guys. It's turned itself off again. I need to like spend an entire night on that. It's brilliant. It's like I was talking to a friend about this today, and it was like, if it ever feels like, why is it that it's 95% is easy and the last 5% is like 20 times the difficulty? Why is that? Well, think about everything in life, right? If you want to go to the shop, the hardest part is getting out the door into the shop, right? The bit in between is super easy, super fast, usually. So it's like, it's the same everywhere, you know, because you get home, now you're on foot, you got to carry things to the door, you got to get the keys, unlock the door, get inside, and it's like everything gets smaller and more complicated until you finally sit down. But when you're like in the middle of the journey, it's like another example I use is you take a couple of hours to drive to a big city, but then you'll take an hour or more to get from the edge of that city to parking your car in the middle of it, you know, because it's like the density. And so I think it's the same thing with projects, you know. You can be cruising at 90 miles an hour, and then as you get to the final stage, suddenly the amount of energy you need is like boom. And that makes sense. It makes sense. It's like a fractal, a Fibonacci or something. So have we actually spelt things correctly here? We can keep it somewhere temporarily. You've got to love the language. You've got to love the language. We'll keep it somewhere. He'll figure it out. We'll use Windows temp. We'll store it in Windows/temp. Oh man. Shout out to anybody who knows what Windows temp is. Abalone, I missed that. Shills, isn't that what they're called? Yeah, I think it is. But the thing is, it's well, for some people it works, but for most people it won't work. So it's like a strange strategy, I think. I think quality is a bit more important. Like, quantity is good, but, you know, that's for, like, bulk potato sellers, you know? Which is fine, but you have to have a lot of potatoes. Like, if you're talking bulk in this modern era, that's like billions and billions, you know? Volume. Most people can't do that. It's like the irony of making money on volume is you need money to make, you know what I mean, to buy the volume. Looking at this, process copy prompt transcription async. The clipboard content is being retrieved after the speech transcription is completed. I was right. So by this point, the other process, particularly regular speech to paste, has already overwritten it with the transcription result. Exactly what I thought it was. We need to capture the clipboard immediately. That's right. First thing is take whatever's in the copy and put it somewhere. Put it in Windows Temp. Capture clipboard content immediately when the is pressed. So that's before even starting the recording. We've already captured whatever was there somewhere for use later. So yeah, can we see this code here? Because this is pretty cool. Look at this. Can we get full? We're already on full screen. Okay, there we go. Look at this code here. So private async void on copy prompt transmission started. It looks like something that a satellite is pinging out. It's great. On copy prompt transmission started. Try capture clipboard content first. Captured clipboard content. Wait. Get text async from clipboard service. Gotta love it. Okay. Catch exception. Now start recording. Copy prompt recording. Path. Cool. Use stored content. Process copy prompt transcription async to use the already captured clipboard content instead of trying to retrieve it. There we go. Use captured clipboard content. Yeah. Add cleanup. Ensure the captured content is cleared in error scenarios and when orchestrator is disposed. Preserves the thing. Does the thing. Doing the thing. Shills or shims? Shims are like little metal plates you put in your brake pads to stop them from squeaking. I know, because some of mine fell out. Well, I used the word fell is doing a lot of the heavy lifting in that sentence, but yeah. What's the other thing? Shills. Yeah, the thing is, right, I wouldn't be against doing ads and stuff. I did them when my channel was early. I would advertise platforms and do reads and that, but they started sending me weird stuff and making weird demands, like you have to say this, you have to say that, you have to play this video in full with the music playing, and I'm like, yeah, I'll keep you in mind next time I'm doing a promotional video for someone. Bye. You know, they don't even pay that well, you know, they pay like 100 euros, if that. Sometimes they try to pay 50 euros, and you think, well, that's not that bad because you could do one of them every day. No, it won't be that often. And even if it was, what am I, the new Chinese image gen promotion channel? That's not what I do, really. You know, I'm sure there's someone that does it, and all power to them. That's not what I do, you know. Like, if it was something useful, like I can remember when, like, there was this company, Shaka Labs, I think, Shaka. They have this cool promotion when they first opened their website. So I was like, yeah, cool, man, we'll do a promotion, because it was like another site that we could use to generate images, and they were all pro community and stuff. And I was like, yeah, okay, because it's like parallel. That's fine, you know. But some of them got a little bit pushy, you know. they're always just trying to get established. That's all it is. It's just a big promo. Promo. So, how are we doing? Are we still got the app running? Yes. Shouldn't we rebuild it, though? Hold up. Right. Oh, stop it. He's going to think that something crashed because I closed it. The one thing I noticed about AI is they forget that they've already been running the server and then try to run another server, and then they're smart enough to just create a new port and make another server and another server and another server. And it reminds me of that one movie with Mickey Mouse and the buckets of water. It's a thing that still happens now. So again, everyone's like, Terminator. Terminator? It's a bit of an insult to the T1000, isn't it? So let's copy a thing. I'm gonna copy this. Okay. Analyze this. I'd be happy to analyze something, but I don't see any content. Doesn't look like it's updated. Hang on. Just going to double check that. So I have an image prompt in my thing. So I'll say summarize this. Yeah, it's not done it. It's failed. I'd be happy, but I don't see anything attached to it. So he's getting the first part, but not the second part. The responses from the LLM provider indicate to me that the appended section, original copy data, is not being included with the prompt to the LLM. Check that the request is all on one line. It might be as simple as that. He's put a bunch of line breaks in or some stupid syntax. Check there is it all and includes the speech transcription text. Followed immediately by the full original copy text content. 1. There is text in the clipboard. 2. The user pressed Control plus 2 and says words. 3. Oh well, actually, that's not correct. Let's not try to get too clever about this because he's made it complicated, and it would take me forever to actually type that out properly. Yeah, we can investigate the latest change. I bet he'll find he made a mistake. Now I wonder if Careless Whisper will prevent you from training keyboard typing. There is a program to measure precision and words per minute. Yeah, when I was a kid, we used to play games where if you type really fast, you win the game. They were crappy looking games, but they were actually kind of fun, I guess. A bit like whack-a-mole and stuff like that, or, you know, race against time, but you have to like, you have to keep typing more and more complex sentences faster and faster and faster until eventually you die. So yeah, I mean, but the thing is, I quickly realized I could type with one hand and I'm lazy. So you're never going to get me to learn to touch type. Because I can do it, but I'm like good enough at it that I don't feel it's worth, you know. And I was right. Because look at us now. We got speech tech. I'll agree. Look, I mean, do you know what's weird? I'll be talking to you guys on live stream for hours. No problemo. But when I'm talking to the machine with the my God, I don't know, there's something about it. There's something about it. It's like you feel like you're on stage. It's really weird. You're like pushing this button and do the thing. And it's like screaming into the void. I don't know. There's something spooky about it, man. What's that? The guy that hunts the secretary as you type was weird. Yeah. What's with that? It was literally like, I think I played the same game. It's like literally like as a killer. You know, like Jason is trying to get you and you have to type really fast to get away. If you don't get it right, then he kills you. You're like, what kind of game is this? You gotta love growing up in the late 80s. Typing of the Dead. I used to make my managers play those games to learn to type. Yeah, there's loads of them. Okay, here we go. Potential LLM conflict might not. Yeah, that's it. Single comma separation might not be enough. Yes. The user specified template should work, but is not optimal. There's nothing wrong with that. If your speech transcription is longer than 100 characters, you won't see clipboard content in the logs, even though it's actually included. That's okay. The actual log file is. That's a good point, though. The log manager is truncated to prevent there being ridiculous amounts of text. But if you find the actual file, there's text files, they actually do contain the whole thing. It's a good point. I've never brought that up. So what happened? Full text, yeah. Combined prompt is transcription result, full text, clipboard content. User specified speech transcription, copy buffer text. Space. Okay, that's nothing. He's literally trying to look, guys. He's trying to have a go at me because I put a comma and a space there. Ridiculous. See, I know, like sometimes he pats you on the back for doing such a good job, and then other times you're like, just like, what are you talking about? The confirmation bias is real. The way the prompt is structured might not clearly distinguish between the two parts. Yeah, well, that's the same thing. Improved template should be something like this. I mean, yeah, I guess so. I don't see how that is gonna help, though. I don't think that's gonna be the problem. The problem is the clipboard text was never even added to the thing, so. Hang on. He hasn't found anything. Okay. These are minor issues. The problem I described is that the latter half latter half of the prompt is not included when sent to the LLM. What did he call it? Yeah. The original clipboard. Oh my god. The original clipboard text is lost. Boom, 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 boom. Pizza time? Starving. Might have to just bail. Where were we on the other side of things? We've been working on this for fun, and we've got the new feature, but it needs a bit of work. So probably we'll come back to that tomorrow, if I don't just fix it in the meantime. Obviously I've been working on my what's it called, my little AI platform here, but it's also got issues, so we'll sort that out as well. So let me see this. I want to read this through here. Yeah. Looking at the code more carefully, I can see a potentially critical issue in process copy prompt transcription async. Huh. The logic looks correct at first glance, but there are several potential failure points. Okay. Silent clipboard capture fail. Clipboard capture is wrapped in a try catch that logs a warning but continues execution. I think I saw a try and a catch, but I must admit I didn't see it. Clipboard might be accessed from the wrong thread or locked by another process. Something else might be clearing the clipboard between the Control F2. Log the clipboard content, first 200 characters. It needs to be the whole thing. I'll worry about the limit later. Let's get it to work first. Log the exact combined parts. Well, there's no point trying to recapture the clipboard if it's empty. It's gone. You've already failed. This is the backup mechanism. So it says log the content when captured. If you actually do that bit right, you don't need to do that bit. Okay. If you perform task 1 correctly, there is no need for task 4. Because he'll just fail and then immediately go to fallback, and that won't work, and he'll go round in circles. Yeah, well, if 5090 is just two, isn't it 5090 just two 16s and with no hardware bottlenecking because it's all on one wafer? That was the impression I got of what the 4090 was. I swear they said it was like 2 GPU dies in one or something. Maybe I'm confusing it with something else. I thought the point of Blackwell was it was two in one. Maybe it's the next one. I don't know. I can't keep up with this stuff. I've got too much already to chase. So what do we got? Log the clipboard content, success failure, verify it, set, log the content, log the speech, log the complete prompt. It's logging everything. Log everything. Log the exact prompt sent to the API. Verify no truncation is happening. Okay, alright. Yeah, okay. I'll let him go. Let him do it. Let him do it. Yeah, dual GPU isn't always optimal. Well, we've known that since they got rid of the NVLink and what came before NVLink. SLI. Do you remember SLI? Gamers Unite. I can remember SLI came out. Everyone's like, oh, SLI, it's the best. And then within a year or two, dual graphics card is just gone and they have single cards that with the better performance. It's a natural thing, I think, just like growing pains. Yeah. Dragon says, I don't know, but it's faster than two A5000s with an NVLink. Yeah, but that's the thing. The NVLink, they're not doing it anymore, are they? If it was good, they'd keep doing it. So it's clearly not as good. Because you can talk about unified VRAM, but there will be a bottleneck because it's going down a cable, right? Whereas, you know, a big card, it's all on chip, or as far as I understand it. It's basic understanding. What was it? Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they fight each other. Because the silicon's different. And even though they're the same. Like, and also, I'm not talking about, like, huge strain here. It's not. I'm talking about, like, fluctuations in frequency that would result in the performance difference that you're seeing. Other than the fact that it's, like, you know, newer architecture. Is A5000 Blackwell? I don't think it was. It might be. I thought they were older. Oh man. This thing's putting me to sleep. Okay. So he's building it. Maybe. A5000 is not. They are older. Yes, older. What is it, like the A40 or L? No, it's newer. Haswell? Wait. What's A5000? A5000. Ampere. Ampere. Ampere, right. 3060, so 30 series. How many nanometers? 7 nanometers. Ada and Ampere, yeah, 7 nanometer. Two to 6 megabyte L2 cache. Yeah. CUDA 8.6 compute capability. 8.6. That is not the latest one. So it doesn't have distributed shared memory, thread block cluster, or tensor memory accelerator unit. But you've got everything else. Oh, and no DPX instructions, but I doubt anyone knows what that even is. I don't. Tensor cores. 8.6 desktop. No 8-bit float. Oh, really? You can't do FP8? E4M3 and E5M2? Huh. But can you do BF though? You can do BF 16, I bet. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, you can do BF 16. But no, and no, you can't do FP4 or FP6. But then who the hell uses them anyway? Huh. Okay, well, that's kind of cool. Yeah, it's a specific type of FP8 though, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. It's a different one. It's like E4M5 or E5M4 or something. They started getting silly with all of these, like, do you know what I mean? I'm not a robot. I don't remember those sorts of anagrams, acronyms, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Currently have our app functioning. So are we running then? Are we running? I think we're running. So let's see what we get. If I just take a bit of a copy from here real quick. I'm going to say CUDA. Okay. Copy. Summarize this, please. Ah, he still can't see it. I'm just going to have to go and work more on it because he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it at all. He's doing something weird. It's like, I can't do it. I've forgotten. He's having short-term memory loss. I'd be happy, but I don't see any content attached. See, it's like, yeah, it's part of the... where? What? So hang on, didn't I get like logging somewhere? Oh yeah, of course, it's logged. It's logged in here. Uh-oh. I can see the problem. Speech, summarize this, please. Clipboard, empty. Combined, summarize this, please. He thinks my clipboard's empty from the beginning of the task, so the problem is like upstream of us. So maybe it's emptying the clipboard? You know, maybe it empties the clipboard when I hit the button? Okay. Hang on. When the user presses the Control plus F2 hotkey combination, the existing copy, the existing text stored in the user clipboard is empty when it should not be. Until the hotkey was pressed, there is text stored in the clipboard. We can investigate potential clearing of the clipboard, which this app may be initiating as part of its current logic. Love it. Could you tell me, I was just reading the chart, dude. I was just reading the chart. Let's see, where is it? Ampere. Do you know what? I can't even find the page I was reading off now. It was on the Ampere page. You go there now, there's nothing there. Literally nothing. I was reading a massive chart. It's gone. Oh, wait. Hang on. There you go. So in case you're wondering what I was talking about, I was talking about that. Yeah? Tensor cores. I was talking about that. And... I was talking about that and something else. Yeah, here we go. Compute capability. Yeah. And then... and so on. And so on. I think you get... charts, man. Charts. It's charts. Look at all this. Look at all of this. Just for one thing. Yeah? Oh, do you reckon you could, you know that thing that you're doing right there? Do you reckon you could input some text with that? Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Clipboard debug, clipboard capture, clipboard retrieval, speech translation, prompt combination, combine prompt to LLM and open. This is just debug. This is just debug logging, by the way. They're not even like features that do anything. It's just a bunch of guff that's gonna, you know, yeah. So he hasn't actually done anything. He's saying build this, do it again, and then check the logs. But here's the funny part. There are no logs. So I'll have to launch the app in debug mode, which might not work because I had to make it. It's mine. There isn't one. Yeah, look, he's trying to do it, but I don't see the debug. There's no debug terminal. This is their bullshit debug mode. It's still running. Look, it's still running. So maybe we'll close it. We'll close it for him. We'll close it for him in the system tray. Okay. Build it. I'll build it for him as well. Oh, hang on. Could I build configuration? I think I might get away with that. Configuration. Debug. Okay. Still no debug console. But hey, let's give it a go. Summarize this information. He'll say, I don't know what the hell you're talking. Yeah, he still doesn't know what the hell I'm talking about. Check the logs. Clipboard is empty. Yeah, that doesn't really help. That doesn't help at all. He put a load of logging in, and you can't see it. Nope. I don't know how many times I can like reword this to him. All of your logging belong to us. Right, that's it, guys. I'm getting out of here. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. UK time. Watch out for the pings in the Discord, as occasionally I get roped into some work or whatnot, but I do try to make it. So I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much.